everybody, or whenever you're watching this video. Happy Sunday, fun day. Hey, everybody, smash that like button. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Ring the bell, get notified every time we go live. And of course, let us know what you think about what we think down in the comments section below. This is a good, the bad, and the ugly of Ohio State's 34-0 win over Wisconsin. And it's all about Ohio State because if we were going to talk about Wisconsin, there's a lot of bad and ugly we definitely can talk about when it comes to the Badgers. But it's not who we're talking about. We're talking about the Buckeyes. And so there's plenty of good, there's some bad, and yes, there is an ugly that I want to talk about in this video. So let's just dive right in. Let's just get right into it, everybody. Let's start with the good, glass half full, positivity. Let's do that this afternoon on a rainy, cold, wet Sunday afternoon in Central Ohio. Julian Sain is next level good. Let's just start admitting it. He is probably going to be in the top 3 in Heisman odds after this week. I would say Jeremiah Love is probably going to be there, and Fernando Mendoza are probably going to be the top 3 in my mind, anyways, um, for the Heisman Trophy odds. Maybe the quarterback from Alabama will be up there as well. But for a redshirt freshman, first year starting quarterback at Ohio State to be mentioned as, hey, man, you're probably going to be one of the final candidates. You're probably going to get to New York. It's pretty impressive. We'll see how he finishes the year off. We've had former quarterbacks at Ohio State in this position before and didn't get enough votes to be the winner of the Heisman. Maybe this year will be different. All the people who the national pundits and media point at week in and week out after getting that recognition seem to fall flat on their face. We'll see. Hopefully, crossing our fingers, that doesn't happen to Julian. Huge day yesterday in Madison, Wisconsin. His best game as a Buckeye, hands down. Just under 400 yards passing, 4 touchdown passes, a couple of which were absolute perfect dimes, the perfect ball in the perfect location. You just don't get more accurate than where Julian Sain is at. I've got a contact, of course. Many of you know who he is. Who knows? He's very close with an NFL coach. And so I hear kind of often what the NFL scouts are saying about Ohio State players. They're all drooling over Julian. He's making the majority of the NFL throws. They love his touch, they love his accuracy, the velocity on his ball. Everything about his performances so far scream high level quarterback. Some are even saying they wish he was eligible this year, that he would go in the NFL draft already, even though he's 2 years removed from high school because of this skill set. And we get him for the rest of this year. And oh, yeah, by the way, next year as well. So enjoy the ride that we're on with Julian Sain. It's been a couple years since we've had one of these. CJ Stroud was the last time I feel like we had a quarterback who could literally win the game on his own, it feels like. Not saying that that's the case with Julian Sain, but I said it feels like it is. Obviously, it takes 10 other guys on offense clicking with you at the quarterback level to be successful, and he's got several good ones, including the next guy on this good list, wide receiver Carnell Tate. And my comment is he's wide receiver 1 good. Yeah, he is. We do not have Jeremiah Smith's not wide receiver 1 and Carnell Tate is wide receiver 2. No, that is not the case. We have 2 number 1s. Carnell Tate is going to go to the NFL and he's going to make himself a lot of money. Do I think he can be a number 1 wide receiver on an NFL roster somewhere? I do. I absolutely think he can be that. And he's proving it week in and week out. That first touchdown grab he had over 2 Wisconsin defenders to go up 7-0 on the first drive of the game was sick. It was absolutely an amazing catch, going up, pinpointing the football at the height of his jump to make sure that he secured it, bring it down, held it throughout the catch process, which we hear every single week now as they review what is a catch, not only in the NFL but in college football as well. And so when you go through that process to be able to have the finger strength, as I call it, or hand strength, to secure that football with 2 defenders draped all over you, poking at it, prodding it, hitting you, doing everything they can to get you to drop the football, and yet you get up and you literally toss it back to the official and start your TikTok dance. You're good. you know you're good, and he's really good. Again, two touchdown catches again for Carnell Tate yesterday. If people are just going to refuse to not concentrate on Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate is going to finish this year with some amazing numbers. He's going to be a first round draft pick. He's going to keep that streak alive for Brian Hartline in this offense. There's no doubt about that. And rightfully so, because he's a wide receiver one. He absolutely is. The defense is silver bullet good. Yeah, they were awesome. Another shutout. They kept Washington off the, or excuse me, Wisconsin off the scoreboard. So this is, I think, the second shutout of the season for this defense, and their offenses are averaging under 6 points a game on this defense. Um, they're really, really good. Are they perfect? No. I know there's still some concern about the defensive line not getting pressure with the four down linemen. Um, we might have to send a fifth rusher or whatever to get the pressure that we need and the sacks that we need, etc. But they're getting pressure. It's just not maybe up to the level that a lot of people would like to see, possibly. The defensive backfield was amazing yesterday. They played lights out. Of course, Wisconsin's not a good offense at all. Let's not sugarcoat this thing here any. The Badgers struggle offensively, to say the least. Luke Fickle obviously feels like he's dead man walking at this point as head coach of the Badgers, and a lot of that has to do with just how bad their offense is. They got away from their offensive identity of a run first team there in Wisconsin. They can't even run the ball now. They can't throw the ball. They're on their second and third string quarterbacks just trying to find somebody with a pulse who could move the offense. They can't do it. So I don't want to sit here and gloat about our defensive performance against Wisconsin. That's really nothing to gloat about, but you're supposed to shut a team out like that, and you do. Mission accomplished. Well done, defense. All right, let's go look at the bad. Run blocking, offensive line. Um, we're just not getting a push, and not only are we not getting a push, but Bo Jackson, who was seeing the holes really well as the quote unquote backup since he's been named the starting running back, seems to have he's going backwards. Um, I'm confused why we're not able to run the football better. You would think teams would be scared to death to let Julian Sane, Carnell Tate, Jeremiah Smith, Max Clare, and this offense just throw the ball over top of them. And that would loosen up the defensive front. Now, I understand Wisconsin, their run defense is the best part of their football team. It's really good. It's the upper echelon of the Big Ten. But it's still Wisconsin, and they still stink. And you should be able to run the ball against them. And as an Ohio State fan, I can honestly tell you this worries me a little bit. This worries me a little bit come last week of November. Because if we can't run the ball against the Maize and Blue, and Ryan Day is sitting there banging his head against the wall, refusing to just abandon it, and he said we have to outrush them to beat them, we might be staring a fifth L in a row against the Luzerines. Because right now the run blocking, not good, not acceptable, needs to get better. And speaking of the offensive line, Tegra Shabola looks bad. He looks bad. I'm just, again, not going to sugarcoat it. Hoping the guy was going to be better this season. He's struggling in the run blocking. He's terrible at pass blocking. I don't know how many times he was getting beat one on one, and that makes life difficult for Phillips to the right of him at right tackle, who didn't have his best game either. But when the guy next to you is just getting burnt toast play after play after play, yeah, that's in your head a little bit as an offensive lineman. So I don't know what's going on there. They brought in Josh Padilla a couple times. At this point, I almost feel like if you're going to make a change, you need to make it now. This is our second bye week. This is our opportunity to get some practice and more reps with a different setup, a different look on the offensive line. I guess Padilla, you can move him to center if you have to and move Hinsman over, since he's got a ton of experience at guard as well. I don't think that that's necessarily what Ryan Day would want to do, but might be what he has to do if that gives you the best five currently. I don't know what the answer is. All I know is you can't keep doing what we're doing because Tager Shabola is a giant weak link on that offensive line and in that offense, in my opinion. So there's your bad. And then the ugly from yesterday's 34 to nothing shutout over Wisconsin. The kicking game from 30 yards and beyond is suspect. Chris and I talked about this in the offseason when we went and watched Ohio State in their practice. From about the 20-yard line in, so we're talking about 19 yards or in closer, so that's a 36-yarder from, and I just kind of estimated and said anything from 35 yards and in, he's pretty solid on. Anything beyond that, it was about 50-50 when he was practicing. And he missed a 34-yarder yesterday, which is on the what? What is that? The 18-yard line, 17-yard line? Dude, at this point, um, I don't know what the issue is, what the problem is, but it's that. It's an issue and it's a problem. And again, Ryan Day has had multiple seasons to get this fixed, and it hasn't been fixed yet. And Ryan Day has no one to blame but himself, in my opinion, when it comes to the kicking game. It already cost us a chance to win a national championship once under Ryan Day. And if it happens again, then you have to seriously ask yourself, what is going on with that? What is the philosophy there? Why haven't we thrown more NIL at this problem if we need to? Why can't we kick field goals like some of the other college football teams in college football? I'm watching G5 schools hit 50 plus yarders every single week. And we are Ohio State, one of the best programs in all of college football. One might argue the best the program in college football currently. And we can't kick field goals. We're missing 34-yard field goals. So it's ugly. You might as well call it ugly because that's exactly what it is. Ryan Day needs to get it fixed, and he needs to try to get it fixed now. You don't wait to the offseason. You don't wait for this opportunity to bite you in the butt again in the playoffs, like against Georgia a few seasons back. You get it fixed now. You find somebody who can kick field goals on this team. You hold tryouts. I don't care what you do. You got to do something to fix this problem because now it has become a problem. And it's Ryan Day's responsibility to fix that problem. Your Bible scripture for today comes from Isaiah 26, verse 3. Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee. I hope that you find that Bible verse inspirational for you this afternoon. We will be back tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern, for our live show. Our special guest is supposed to be Heather. We're looking forward to speaking with her again this evening. It's been about 8 months since she's joined us last. And so we're looking for a good time tonight as we talk about Ohio State's 34-0 to win over Wisconsin. One at Buckeye Leafs. We'll do grade cards. We've got some really good topics tonight. I think you all are going to really enjoy the show this evening. So that being said, don't forget to check that out. We'll be back tomorrow with another video for you as well, everybody. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let me know what you think about what I think down in the comment section below. Do you have a good, a bad, or ugly that needs to be added to this list? Let me know, everybody. Have a good day, everybody. You all know what to do. Be kind to one another. I have someone's OH in Carmen, Ohio with all your heart. Go Bucks.